I hate theater. It's so disappointing, isn't it? You know what I do when I'm sitting in a darkened theater waiting for the show to begin? I pray. Oh dear God, please let it be a good show. And let it be short, oh Lord in heaven, please. 2 hours is fine, 3 hours is too much. And keep the actors out of the audience, God. I didn't pay good money to have the fourth wall come crashing down around my ears. I just want a story and a few good songs that'll take me away. I just want to be entertained. I mean, isn't that the point? Amen. You know, there was a time when people sat in darkened theaters like we are, waiting for the show to begin, and they would think to themselves, what if George and I were Gershwin got for us tonight? Or can Cole Porter really pull it off again? Can you believe it? Now it's, oh please, Elton John, must we continue this charade? It used to be, sitting there in the dark, you knew that when the lights came up, you'd be taken to another world. A world full of color and music and glamour. And you would think to yourself, my God, when are they going to bring up the lights? How things have changed. Hello. How are we this evening? Outstanding, that's wonderful. Well, contrary, I'm feeling a little blue myself. A little anxious for no particular reason. A little sad that I should feel anxious at my age. You know, a little self-conscious anxiety resulting in non-specific sadness. A state I like to call blue. Anyways, whenever I'm feeling this way, blue, I like to listen to my music. So I was going through my records this morning. Yes, records. And I was about to put on the soundtrack recording of Meredith Willson's The Music Man. I had a craving for a young Ronnie Howard. But then I said to myself, no. Let's have a treat. Let's disappear for a while into the decadent world of the 1920s. When the champagne flowed and the caviar chilled and all the world was a party for the wealthy. Anyway, so I dug about, and what did I find? For one of my favorite shows, Gable and Sign's The Drowsy Chaperone. Oh, that's good you've heard of it. That's wonderful. It's the full show, the original cast. It's the 2-record set, remastered from the original made in 1928. Now, it includes everyone, including Beatrice Stockwell as the chaperone. Can you believe it? Let me read you what it says on the back. It says, mix-ups, mayhem, and a gay wedding. I mean, of course, the phrase gay wedding has a different meaning now, but back then it just meant fun. That's all this show is. Fun. So, would you indulge me? Would you let me play the record for you now? I mean, that's what you came here for, isn't it? I thought so. Oh, do you hear that static? I love that sound. To me, it's the sound of a time machine starting up. All right, now let's visualize. Imagine, if you will, it's November 1928. You've just arrived at the doors of the Morosco Theater in New York. There's a heavy gray sleet falling from the sky. Remember when it used to be cold in November? Not anymore. November's the new August now. It's global warming. We're all doomed. Anyway, there's a heavy gray sleet falling from the sky. But you don't care, because you're going to see a Broadway show! Listen. Isn't it wonderful? It helps if you close your eyes. Just close them. Overtures. Overtures are out of style now. I miss them. It's the show's way of welcoming you. Hello. Welcome. The meal will be served shortly, but in the meantime, would you like an appetizer? That's what an overture is, a musical appetizer. A poo-poo platter of tunes, if you will. Oh, something new! What could it be? Sounds like a dance troupe, kind of rollicking. Maybe involving pirates. There are no pirates, I promise. Alright, now here it is. The moment when the music starts to build and you know you're only seconds away from being transported. Oh, the curtain's about to open. Oh, I can't wait. Aren't you excited?
Madam.
How do I look?
You look radiant, Mrs. Tutton.
Oh, I do love this dress so it never goes out of style.
It's a miracle, madam.
My fancy dress. I don't know why I'm wearing it, I must confess. My dress, I love my dress. Would someone tell me why I put it on?
Yes, your dress, your fancy dress. 'Tis such a pleasure airing, stitching and preparing. God bless your dress, it's one fine dress, and I will tell you why you put it on.
Wedding bells would ring, wedding bells would chime. Molly and the hostess said it's happy wedding time. Wedding bells would ding, wedding bells would gong. Wedding bells will ding-a-ling and we will ding along. Your dress, your fancy dress. We're very, very glad you put it on.
Wedding guests have come,
Wedding guests are here.
wedding guests are at the door, and soon they will appear. The bridegroom and here's the marriage in. That sour felt takes follies through my love of lies.
The best man, George, I'm honored to be doing what a best man ought. Ah, Mrs. Tottenham, now don't you worry, this whole wedding's planned out nicely. The key is organization. Each string represents a task yet to be completed. Book the minister, pay for the florist, pay with the musicians. This whole wedding's gonna run like a clock.
Is there gonna be a wedding?
I gotta stop this wedding or I might get shot.
I'm kidding, just kidding. I came with Mr. Felton. I'll be your leading lady if I get my shot. We're pastry chefs. We cross our hearts. We're pastry chefs. No bakery, is what we got.
My name it is
posing as pastry chefs, a flaky Corey, a Latin Lothario, and an aviatrix. Of course, my favorite character, the Drowsy Chaperone. What more do you need from evening's entertainment?
Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time. Wedding bells will ding, wedding bells will tong, wedding bells will ding-a-ling, and we will ding along.
Wasn't that wonderful? Of course it was. All right, I have an idea. I'm going to lead you through this record as best I can. Now, it won't be hard to follow. So we begin with a welcome from the love-struck group.
Well, I just want to thank everyone for coming. I tell you, I must be some lucky guy. I mean, who would have thought that I, Robert Martin, would be marrying a glamorous showgirl, and that that glamorous showgirl would be willing to give up a successful career for me, Robert Martin. Now, if it weren't for Prohibition, I'd say let's raise a glass
Here, here.
to Miss Janet Vanderbilt, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Absolutely not.
Excuse me?
Bride mustn't see the groom the day before the wedding. It's bad luck.
I hope you heard that, because that's the plot. Basically. Hang on for the ride.
Breakfast will be served in the Arabian.
Say, it's a little early to be drinking now, isn't it?
I don't understand the question.
Look, you just keep Janet away from Robert, okay? You're the chaperone. That's your only job.
Aye, mon capitan. Oh, Robert is my little monkey.
I'm your little monkey.
So, with the main plot well on its way, let's turn our attention to the B plot, which involves the producer.
Mr. Felting!
Get married and leave in show business.
Mr. Felting!
Doesn't she know I got obligations?
Mr. Felting, I can be your leading lady. You said it yourself, I'm useless in the chorus.
Kitty, for the last time, you ain't got what it takes.
But I've been taking lessons. Singing, acting, ballet.
Ballet.
Yeah, and I'm pretty good too. Last week I auditioned for Swanee Lake.
A little annotation. Kitty and Feltic were played by real-life couple Jack and Sadie Adler. Now, this is a familiar comic construct, a stupid woman and her long-suffering companion. Well, she appears stupid, but in the end she does something quite clever that makes everyone wonder if it's all just an act. The irony here is that Sadie actually was quite stupid. Jack had to explain all the jokes to her, apparently. But still, she had a wonderful career in the theater. Back then, the theater was the only place where stupid people could earn a decent living. Oh, this is before television, of course.
Kitty, I don't have time for this.
A petite form, Mr. Felton.
Not now.
How about a nice profiterole?
Girls, I'm not hungry.
Then perhaps we could give you something else to chew on. Yeah, something that ain't food.
What?
Your confusion is to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also, and primarily, employees of a certain individual.
Yeah, a certain individual.
A certain individual who happens to be the largest single investor in FLHS has sent us here as pastry chefs to express his concern about Miss Vandergraff's impending nuptials. Specifically, if she gets married and leaves the show, then there ain't no show. Say, don't I know you? No, you don't. Have you ever spent any time in Toledo? Have you ever spent any time in a coma? No. But I have a cousin in Seattle.
Kitty. Girls, you tell your boss this wedding is never gonna happen. You have my word.
Oh, we'll take your word, all right. But to go back on that word would be a recipe for disaster. Now, I hope your minutes perfectly eclair. One can only hope you biscotti be kidding me. A trifle much. Don't tart with me.
All right, you can drop the pastry chef routine.
Alas, we ganache. Where are the lamb? Lamb's an entree, you macaroon.
Another annotation. The gangsters were played by interchangeable vaudeville duo, the Tall Sisters. Now, they're an early example of a typical Broadway gangster. Not very intimidating, lots of stylized movements and dancing. Oh, unless you find dancers intimidating, which I do, but for reasons that would not be appropriate to discuss in this situation.
We'll leave the matter in your hands, Mr. Feltic. In the meantime, feel free to browse the dessert carousel. Try the Toledo surprise. It's to die for. Holy cats, Mr. Feltic, they're gangsters.
Very perceptive. Now go powder your face. Oh, I gotta stop this wedding. But how? Oh, Lord in heaven, how?
One more.
How? Oh.
I always thought that moment was a little overplayed. Anyways, so now the scene shifts, and we find the groom in the groom's room.
Hey there, handsome. Show me those pearly whites.
The groom was played by the dashing Percy Hyman. He started out as the Albright toothpaste man. His gorgeous smile adorned every tube. Albright was hugely popular in the early 20s because it contained cocaine. Oh yes, it's true. If you looked at the ingredients, it was the fifth one down. Right after sugar.
Now don't you worry. It's perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on his wedding day. It is? Of course.
Now, some people like to think that Percy Hyman was a bad actor and a bad performer, but to those people I say, shut up!
Hey there, Mr. Mirror Man. Trembling like them fraidy cats do. Something may be bothering. Cold feet, brother, you've got cold feet. You can make them cold feet hot with a little rhythm. Cold feet can be uncontrolled. Rhythm make them cold feet trot down the aisle. Cross the arches, they can swing. Icy toes can jive. Wedding marches, played ragtime swing. Make rigid souls come alive and take that dive. Cold feet, turn them into bold feet. We'll make them cold feet hot.
You don't say. Well, how about you stand out your butt, you backstabbing worm? Well, looks like I have to get another minister. Say, what are you up to?
I'm singing a song my old man taught me. A Dixie remedy for wedding day jitters.
You think you've got the jitters? I still gotta get rice, a boutonniere, and a new minister. The weight of the wedding is on my shoulders.
George, looks like you've got cold feet.
What do I got?
Cold feet.
What do I want?
Cold feet.
What do I do? Cold feet?
No! You make the cold feet hot.
Chapman was a wonderful performer. I saw him on the news recently celebrating his 100th birthday. To say that the passing years had taken their toll on him would be a grotesque understatement. They wheeled him out and he had that wide-eyed, pained expression that God reserves for the very, very old on their birthdays. You know the one I'm talking about? The one that says, "Who are you? Who am I? And why is this cake on fire?" Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh. Anyway.
All right. Stop that dancing around like a fool.
Sorry, George. I'm just trying to calm my nerves. It is my wedding day after all.
Yeah, well, you could have snapped your ankle. That Dixie dancing's too dangerous anyway. You know what I like to do when I want to blow off some steam? I like to go out for a skate.
George, you think of everything.
All right. So you're just gonna put them on like any other shoe, and except for the fact that they have wheels and they're slippery, and they should be fine. Wait a second. Oh no, you are not going out looking like that. You might see Janet. Here, put on this blindfold.
George, you think of everything.
I know. All right, there we go. All right, look at that. Already got your sea legs.
Oh, just ignore it. It does this occasionally. It rings. It will stop soon.
Hello, you've reached my answering machine. Leave a message after the tone, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Well, that's it. The moment's broken. Thank you. Thank you, life. It's like a cell phone going off in the theater. God, I hate that, don't you? Hey, what are you up to? Oh, I'm at the theater ruining the moment. What about you? Oh, I couldn't get out tonight, so I thought I'd ruin the moment by proxy. Sorry, I overreacted. Let's just go back in our minds to 1928. They didn't have cell phones in 1928, but I'm sure they had something for ruining moments. Bugles or something. So the scene shifts, and we find the bride, the glamorous Janet Vandergraaf, entertaining questions from reporters by the estate pool.
Miss Vandergraaf, is it true you're giving up an amazing career to marry a man you hardly know?
Yes. Robert and I met on the Lido deck of the Ile-de-France. He amused me with stories of his father's oil interests. We spooned briefly, and then he proposed.
So you won't be returning to the stage ever.
I shan't.
You shan't?
I shan't.
Can we pull you?
Of course, one more question. Why would anyone put olives in a Gibson?
I got a question. Janet, how can you give up the footlights when you know very well you got grease paint in your veins?
Victor, please.
Oh, Janet, I'm begging you. Dump the bug and stick with the follies. I'll give you anything. Fine, I'll put your name above mine on the marquee.
Victor, if you think this is about vanity, you couldn't be more wrong. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes no more. I don't want to ride moons no more. I don't want to show off. I don't want to wear this no more. Play the sausages with no more. Well, my signature no more. I don't want to show off. Don't try to control me. I've made up my mind, and that's it. I quit. I'm leaving it all behind. I don't want to be cute no more. Make the gentleman hoot no more. I don't want to wear fruit no more. She don't wanna show off. I don't wanna show off. She don't wanna show off no more. Off no more. Not me. I don't wanna show off. She don't wanna show off, don't wanna show off no more. Don't wanna show off no more. Please, no more attention. I counted to 10. And I farewell to you. You'll never see me. Farewell. You'll never see this. Never see this. Never see that. Never see these again. I don't wanna change keys no more. I don't wanna striptease no more. I don't wanna say cheese no more. I don't care if you scoff. I don't wanna be cheered no more, praised no more, wrapped no more, touched no more, loved no more. I don't wanna show off. She don't wanna show off. I don't wanna show off. She don't wanna show off. I don't wanna show off. She don't wanna show off. I don't wanna show no more.
Mr. Phelps, it gets painfully obvious Miss Vandergraff has no desire to continue life on the stage. Can't you see it's killing her soul?
Don't worry, girls, this isn't over yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't do an encore.
I don't wanna encore no more. People shouting for more. Oh, make the audience roar no more. I don't wanna show.
That was Jane Roberts as the bride. She was the Oops Girl. Remember? Oh, surely you people remember the Oops Girl, don't you read? She was the girl whose sexual energy was billed as so great she caused men around her to have accidents. Spill their drinks, drive their cars on trees. And she would go, oops. Well, I'm not really doing it justice, but people ate it up. She made a whole series of films. Oops, The Oops Girl Come Home, Oops Girl at Sea, which actually won an Oscar for special effects.
Okay, so begging and groveling didn't work. On to plan B, and for that, I'm gonna need an accomplice. Someone gullible with loose morals. I'm gonna need what do you call them? A European. La 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 la!
In walks Adolfo, self-proclaimed ladies' man. Adolfo was played by the former silent film star and world-class alcoholic Roman Bartelli. He was the one who later drank himself to death at a chateau in Nice, remember? It was 4 days before they found the body, and by then he had been partially consumed by his poodles. What? He was only partially consumed.
Excuse me, I don't believe we've met.
I am Adolfo.
You are Adolfo.
Yes, I am Adolfo.
Not the Adolfo.
Yes, I am Adolfo.
Funny, you don't look like a scoundrel.
Yes, What?
Why, just now I overheard the groom saying that Adolfo is a scoundrel. I just heard him say that.
Adolfo is scoundrel.
Those very words.
Adolfo is a scoundrel.
It's like I'm hearing it again.
This is outrageous. He's saying this to people, to beautiful ladies with breasts for making love, or... Why, I must.
You must take matters into your own hands.
Yes, I must take this groom into my hands and kill him.
Yes. No. Don't kill him. Just hurt him bad enough so he can't get married.
Show me to this groom.
Wait, what?
What kind of man is this groom? A big man?
Well,
A burly fellow?
well, he's big on the outside.
No. Adolfo will not fight big men. Small, pale, wheezy, little dwarf people that Adolfo can fight. Far away. But no big men.
Oh, so you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yes, Adolfo is a lover of beautiful ladies. Some say I am the king of romance.
Well, you know what they say. The best way to get revenge back at a man is through his...
Door!
No. The best way to get revenge back at a man is through his...
Window!
No. Revenge back at a man through his...
There is no other way. I am a Santa Claus coming down a chimney.
Through his woman.
Through his woman.
Yes, Adolfo, you must seduce his woman.
His woman.
His bride.
Adolfo will make love to the bride. That way people will know Adolfo is no scoundrel. Show me to this bride.
Wait, what?
What kind of woman is this bride? A big woman?
No.
A burly woman?
No, she's the cat's pajamas.
Pajamas.
You know, she's a looker, an attractive woman.
Show me to this cat in pajamas. Adolfo will make her purr.
Stop it!
Like a cat in pajamas.
Roman Bartelli chewing the scenery. You certainly couldn't get away with a performance like that nowadays, now could you? But sure, contemporary audiences are far too sophisticated for broad racial stereotypes. So we've banished them to Disney. Let the children sort it out.
Yes, madam.
The pastry chefs have been kind enough to provide the liquor for the party. But remember, underling, we have to be discreet.
Yes, madam.
It is prohibition after all.
I'm aware of that, madam.
We'll have to use code words. For instance, if someone asks for a glass of ice water, it means they want a glass of vodka. Have you got that?
Yes, madam.
Are you sure? Maybe you should write it down.
I understand, madam. A glass of ice water is a glass of vodka.
What's a glass of ice water?
Vodka.
Ice water?
Vodka.
Ice water?
Vodka.
Well, that's settled then. One less thing for me to do. Underling, might I please have a glass of ice water? I found our meeting with the pastry chefs rather trying. I would enjoy a glass of refreshing ice water.
Your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka, you poop!
I hate this scene.
Now I do need a glass of ice water.
A
A glass of ice water, madam?
Yes, ice water. Are you going deaf?
Would that I were.
You can see where this is going, can't you? It's just a series of spit takes.
Your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka, you poop!
In some ways, the Drowsy Chaperone was quite progressive. A black actress playing the aviatrix, for instance.
Your ice water, madam.
That was pure vodka, you poop!
Yes, some elements were quite progressive, others were stale by 1928. You know, I'm just going to skip ahead.
Get some lime juice, madam.
Lime juice? For heaven's sake, why?
I'm gonna wring out my eyebrows and make myself a gimlet.
Now, you're probably wondering, what was that routine doing in the show? Well, it's simple. They had a set change happening, and they need to make time for it. Really, musical theater is just a bunch of scenes that connect longer, more engaging production numbers.
In a few short hours, I'm going to be Mrs. Robert Martin. Oh, my head is spinning. Yes, life is a mad whirlwind.
Now, this is a really interesting scene. It's the only time in the show when Jane Roberts and Beatrice Stockwell are alone on stage. You see, Jane Roberts was an emerging star, but Beatrice Stockwell was already established and a force to contend with.
I'm so full of apprehension, but I suppose that's normal given the circumstances. Have you ever been married, Chaperone? No, I did for pleasure, not out of necessity.
Water, madam. I'm afraid we're fresh out of olives.
Have you ever been married, underling?
Heavens no, madam. If I'm going to serve a woman, I prefer to be paid for my
Oh, you two. I know it seems crazy to give up a successful career to marry a man I hardly know, but somehow, for some reason, when I look into his eyes, his big, monkey eyes, gee, I get all woozy. And that's love, isn't it? Not necessarily. The wooziness can be caused by a number of things. I mean, I'm woozy right now, and I'm certainly not in love.
Beatrice Stockwell was famous for her rousing anthems. She entertained and inspired the troops in every major world conflict, up to and including the Falklands War. Well, by then she was in her late 80s, so her anthems didn't so much rouse as stupefy. Still, she demanded a rousing anthem be included in every show she ever did. They just couldn't say no to her. That's star power.
Really, you're not being the least bit helpful. Couldn't you at least allay my fears with a few choice words? Inspiration. Inspiration? Really, dear, that's not my forte. Yes, but if you just put together the right words, I'm sure I'll feel so much as we stumble along through life's crazy labyrinth, as we stumble along into the blue, we look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never sure of where to turn or what to do. Still we rumble our way through life's crazy labyrinth, barely knowing left from right, nor right from wrong. But the best that we can do is hope the bluebird will sing his song as we stumble along. Well, that was quite nice, Chaperone, but I don't see how it pertains to my situation. It's a dismal little world in which we live. It can bore you till you've nothing left to give. 7 overrated wonders, 7 underwhelming seas, 6 excruciating continents. Antarctica? Oh, please.
Antarctica? Oh, please.
Let's play beyond this planet, oh so black. Keep your eyeball on the highball in your head. As we stumble along like crowded dance floors, as we push and we shove, we live and we learn. When we finally leave the bar, we see that morning star. Still we pull our bootstraps up and forward turn. Still we fumble our way through life's blinding sunbeams, barely knowing right from right, nor left from wrong. But the best that we can do is hope the bluebird will sing his song as we stumble along. As we stumble, bumble, fumble, crumble. As we stumble
Wasn't that wonderful? Basically, she sings a rousing anthem about alcoholism. But that's just what I love about her. She just does her own thing. No regard for the needs and concerns of others. My mother's like that. Hi, Darlene. Glad you can make it.
Well, that was quite inspiring, Chaperone, but I'm still conflicted. Oh, please just tell me, should I marry Robert? My dear, that's something you'll have to decide for yourself. I just don't know if he loves me. Why don't you ask him? Why don't you say, oh, Roger, do you love me? It's Robert. And I'm not allowed to see him. In fact, it's your job to keep me away from him. Yes, and I take the responsibility very seriously. However, I'm just at this moment feeling terribly, terribly drowsy. I'm afraid I'm gonna take a lie down. Now, whatever you do, don't go wandering through the garden seeking your fiancé to ask him the question in which your future happiness depends. Oh, thank you, Chaperone. I just have to know if he loves me. What a skinny little fool. Still, I envy her. Oh, when will love come crashing through my door?
La 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 la! In walks Adolfo, come to seduce the bride. I am Adolfo. Oh, try not to think of the poodles while you listen to this part. I am Adolfo, and you are bride.
No, I'm not.
What? But this is bridal suite, and you are the only one here. Therefore, you must be bride.
Interesting argument, but I'm afraid you must be a moron.
What?
Me? No bride. Perhaps I can take a message?
Yes, very good. Dear Vandegraaff bride, I must make love to you and transport you to a place of ecstasy. Sooner is better than later. Signed, Adolfo, King of Romance.
Well, you saw through my little ruse. You found me out.
Ah, so you are bride.
Apparently, yes. a doll face?
No. No. Not a doll face. A doll form. You must remember my name when we are making love! How can I make you remember? I'm sure that you have heard the name of Drowsy. The ladies' man music name of Drowsy. My lovely miss, I am the same old Drowsy. I introduce myself. I am a Drowsy.
Nice to meet you. Shall we?
Not so fast. So just in case you didn't hear Lauderdale, I'll try to make it very clear Lauderdale. The lovely ladies always hear Lauderdale. When I repeat myself, I am Lauderdale. I can sing it high. I can sing it low. Lauderdale. I can sing it very fast. I can sing it very slowly. I do it now, but it would take hours. Now let us see if you can remember my name. So who's the fellow that you see? And how should you refer to me? And who is it I'll always be? Now sing it proudly. Now let me spell out for you. For all you lovely ladies who didn't hear for some reason, maybe you are hard of hearing or something. I don't know. It goes. Da ha ha ha. Number of the show. I always think it was her secret fantasy to be swept off her feet by a Latin lover. Oh, I mean a real Latin lover, not a buffoon. That's what musicals are all about, right? Romantic fantasy, spontaneous tango, suddenly finding yourself in seeing a romantic setting. I cried now.
I'm an accident waiting to happen. Da 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 da.
Robert, look out!
Don't worry, ma'am. It's my wedding day, so I have to wear this blindfold.
A blindfold?
I'm sorry. Who am I talking to anyway?
Why, it's me! I mean, Mimi from France. So, you're marrying Jeanette Van de Graaff, no?
Oui.
I hear she's very beautiful.
Oui.
And glamorous.
Ah, oui, oui.
Is it true that she has an exceptionally broad range and excels at playing both comedic and dramatic roles?
Say, I'm having trouble placing your accent. What part of France are you from?
Oh, you know, the middle part where they make the toast. So, you were telling me about your, how you say it in English, fiancé?
That's right.
Well, tell me, when was the moment when you knew that she was the only one for you?
Well, it's a funny story, actually. We were standing on the Lido deck of the Ile de France.
Yes.
I was entertaining her with stories of my father's oil interests.
And then what happened?
I looked into her eyes, her big, glamorous eyes, and I felt all woozy.
And then you fell. And then you fell?
That's right on my keister. And I said to her, well, I guess I don't have my sea legs yet.
But we haven't left the dock.
That's what she said. And that's when I realized it must be love.
And then you said?
Then I said, there was a time I could stop on a dime. Forbearance was one of my talents. But since you've been around, I can't hold my ground. I'm consistently losing my balance. I'm an accident waiting to happen. I'm a mishap about to ensue. I'm a toy on the stair, a three-legged chair, a hem that's been caught by a shoe. When my two lovesick arms started flapping, there was nothing my ankles could do. I'm an accident waiting to happen, so how may I happen to you?
And then
Then she joined in.
when pens hang sweet and they fall at my feet, my heart doesn't beat any faster. But when you lose control, it touches my soul. So I'm bracing myself for disaster. You're an accident waiting to happen.
That's right.
A catastrophe destined to be.
That's me. I'm the rags in the cellar.
A broken umbrella, a branch hanging loose from a tree. I can see myself jumping and clapping for a man who lives dangerously.
I'm an accident waiting to happen.
So hurry and happen to me.
Then we kissed.
You're an accident waiting to happen. So hurry and happen to me. Wait a minute! You kissed a strange French girl on your wedding day!
Oh no, what have I done? Wait!
Well, it seems that the big French accent of the blindfold led to a terrible misunderstanding. Will it all work out? Of course it will. It's a musical. Everything always works out in musicals. In the real life, the only people that burst into song and dance are hopelessly deranged. The end of Act 1 is coming up. It's the biggest dance number in the show.
Mr. Felton!
Where is that philandering force?
Mr. Felton!
How long can it take to seduce one
Mr.
bride?
Felton, you don't need Shannon anymore.
Kitty, not now.
But I've been working on a mind-reading act, presenting Kitty the incomprehensible. Now, think of something.
Oh, I'm thinking of something, all right.
Wait, I'm getting it. Some milk, a loaf of rye bread, and don't forget to shave your legs.
You're reading your own mind, you idiot.
No wonder it's so easy. Mr. Felsick, it would seem that the wedding is going according to schedule. Now it's time you receive your just desserts. What do you say, partner? Should we whip up something special for Mr. Felsick? Yeah, how about a Toledo surprise? An inspired choice.
A Toledo surprise. I've never heard of that.
No, you haven't. Those who have heard of it are generally never heard from again. We'll share the recipe with you. First you chop the nuts, then you pound the dough. Then you bake it up nice and slow. Then you got your Toledo surprise.
Could you run that by me again?
It's a very simple recipe, Mr. Felsick. First you chop the nuts, then you pound the dough. Then you bake it up nice and slow. Then you got your Toledo surprise. Say, why don't we give him a little taste? All right.
Hold it. Oh, what style, what grace, what rhythm. Open your fist. Now shake 'em. Now give me that recipe one more time. Da-da-da-da-da-da, go.
Chop the nuts, pound the dough, bake it up nice and slow. Then you got your Toledo. Toledo surprise.
Now sell it.
Hit the peach, peel the skin, mush it up, throw it in. That's a taste of Toledo. Toledo surprise.
Now you're cooking.
Then you sweet it up. When you heat it up, if it tries to rise, don't let it, it's a snap. Try it first with your whites, split your yolks. That's a tasty Splendido. Toledo surprise.
You girls are natural. Keep it up. I'll go work on your
Hey!
About 6, 7, 8.
Miss Sally, what are we here?
Kitty, I'm developing a new act.
Toledo surprise. Wait, you're gonna put the gangsters in the show and you won't put me in? They're not even in the union.
You got it all wrong. The new act is for you, Kitty. And these girls are your backup dancers.
Backup dancers? Holy cats! Toledo does to my burrito. Good, oh yes, indeed, sugary yum yum. Surprise! Cream, grease the pan, break the spoon, with the plan. It makes you bust a Toledo. Toledo surprise!
Wait! Adolfo, he made an announcement. The wedding is off.
What? For the love of God, why?
Adolfo has made love to the bride.
That's not the bride, you idiot. That is the chaperone.
What?
The wedding is back on.
The wedding is off! Robert kissed a French girl. Her name is Mimi. She's very beautiful.
I couldn't help it, Janet. She was just like you. Only French.
Sweet mother of pearl.
Underling,
Yes, madam.
what's all this commotion about?
The wedding, madam.
Oh, is there gonna be a wedding?
Not anymore. Oh, what a tragedy. What a wonderful, wonderful tragedy. Clear the floor, folks. I'll show you how it's done. First you beat it up, then you sweet it up. When you heat it up, if it tries to rise, don't let it.
Oh, Mr. Frantic!
Toledo surprise.
Surprise? Rachel's ready, surprise? Rachel's ready, surprise?
Wait till it's ready.
Now looking ready, surprise!
You got it.
Makes me twitch, makes me shake. This dessert takes the cake. Hits me like a torpedo. Toledo surprise!
It's a nice
Surprise.
Surprise!
Surprise.
I know, but The tune is so infectious.
Oh, Robert, this is the saddest day of my life.
Janet, please.
That's that. The curtain closes and we head into intermission. Oh, at least we would if we were actually sitting in the Morosco Theater watching the Drowsy Chaperone, which of course we are not. I don't like intermissions. They ruin the magic. They yank you back into reality. One moment you're standing there in a world full of color, music, and glamour. The next you're surrounded by tourists, crinkling candy wrappers, nattering about the lack of women's restrooms. It's cruel. What? Oh, it's a power bar. I got them on sale. I have this blood sugar issue where I have to eat small meals throughout the day or I get jittery. I know it's rude, but you wouldn't like the alternative. Believe you me. Believe you me. You know, I remember my wedding day. The ceremony wasn't until 4 and I didn't eat breakfast. What, are you surprised? I was married, yes. Well, there you have it. You shouldn't make assumptions about people, now should you? I'm a very complicated person. I have to pee now. I'll be quick, I promise. While I'm gone, you can listen to the beginning of Act 2. Here, I think I found it. I'll just put it on for you, and I'll be right back.
But Emperor, sometimes a different view can change your outlook on life.
What?
What is it about the Asians that fascinates Caucasians? What is it about the Asians that's so nice? The wontons, the egg rolls, the rice.
What is it about Caucasians that mystifies me Asians? What is it about Caucasians that seems so odd? They call a pretty lady a blonde. They have hair upon their chest, and they only have one god. Impossible.
Sorry, that was the wrong record. Sorry. I have a woman who comes in once a month. Can you say that? I have a woman? Anyways, she cleans the things that I absolutely refuse to clean, but she has this annoying habit of putting my records back in the wrong slots. Even though I say, no touch records, Carmela, no touch records. Thanks. I suppose if I spoke to her in complete sentences, she would put my records back in the wrong slots. Anyways, that was Act 2 opening of a different show entirely. It's called The Enchanted Nightingale. It's another Gable and Stein musical. It's a degree grating piece of Chinosery about an emperor who decides to marry his American elocutionist instead of his betrothed, and well, he ends up building the Great Wall of China for her. It's a slap in the face to 4,000 years of Chinese history. But it had some wonderful tunes. Did you recognize Beatrice Stockwell's American Lady? Elegant. And Roman Bartelli was the emperor. He was a man of 1,000 accents. All of them insulting. Act 2 of the Drowsy Chaperone actually begins, let's see if you can put it, never having clean music, with this. A haunting lament. From a very depressed bride, she sings it sitting on her balcony, bathed in the pale blue light of a sympathetic moon, which is ridiculous because it's the middle of the day. Now, before you listen to the song, I need to warn you, you need to ignore the lyrics.
I
They're not the best.
put a monkey on a pedestal.
But the tune is beautiful.
Try to make that monkey stay.
Just ignore the lyrics.
And he did for a time, but he needed to climb, and with other monkeys play far away. He left his jacket on that pedestal beside his tiny rusty cup, and I haven't got the strength to pick them up. Oh, monkey, 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 you broke my heart in two. But I'll always save that pedestal
I'm just going to pour myself a drink.
for you. Come, my little monkey, come, my little monkey, do.
You know, the tune is so simple, it just floats in the air. And I have to admit, I always get a little bit misty when I think of that tiny jacket, its long sleeves dangling on the floor. Oh, monkey, monkey, monkey.
Broke my heart in two. But I'll always save that pedestal for you. Come, my little monkey, come, my little monkey. Do.
All right, now here it is.
Wait a minute.
Who are you?
I'm Janet Vanderbilt.
Do you need anyone?
I don't need anyone.
What about the love of one man?
What do I care about the love of one man when I am adored by millions? Do I need to be so gloomy? No, no, no. I could put the world if so I chose. Send birds and flowers to me every show. Merchant son handed me a rose.
Now she really lets go.
I'm Janet Vandergraff. It's no man that I can't handle. Why give up a life of glamour, life of glamour, life of glamour? No! Monkey, 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 monkey. Monkey, monkey, monkey. I'm an absolutely happy man. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to spread mirth no more. Be the greatest on earth no more. I don't wanna, I don't wanna, I wanna, I don't, I do, I don't, I do, I don't wanna show. I think shorthand, future is important, will teach us fine. Any future I could ever care to shape includes just one two-time cat who drives me Chaperone,
number has everything. Little Busby Berkeley, little Jane Goodall. That's another thing I love about musicals. When the characters are in crisis, they sing and they dance. So much better than the real world. All people do is whine and complain and moan about their problems. Now, the next song coming up is another one of my favorites. Oh! See? You managed to be happy for 5 seconds and something starts ringing.
What a beautiful day for a wedding.
Would you like the fuse removed now, or would you prefer it till morning?
Okay, I'm going to stop this because I don't want to be ruined by a ringing telephone. Here we have 2 vaudeville performers who have simply slipped through the cracks of time. They are Ukulele Lil and Noah Fitzpatrick. I don't know much about them. I suppose Ukulele Lil played the ukulele, but she doesn't in this show. And Noah Fitzpatrick, well, he's Noah Fitzpatrick. I've done everything to find out more information about them. I've gone through my books, I used the internet, I tried that Google, and I couldn't find anything. The last Google search I did for Noah Fitzpatrick came up with nothing except for pictures of Tiny Tim's autopsy. It was disturbing. Truly. Anyways, they're both charming.
Why would we have the pews removed?
The bride has called off the wedding, madam.
Oh, underling, never listen to the bride on her wedding day. Love is a very complex emotion, underling.
Yes, madam.
Why, you can be very close to someone one minute, and the next, why, you just want to strangle them.
Oh, I'm familiar with the urge to strangle. Yes.
You see, that's just the nature of love. Love makes lovers worry, love makes lovers fret, but here's a fact on which we can depend. Just like long ago when Romeo loved Juliet, love is always lovely in the end.
But Romeo and Juliet was a tragedy, madam.
Oh, I never read reviews. Love can start a quarrel, love can cause a din, but love has always been a trusty friend. It was a happy fate for Hank, the Aiton, and Roland. Love is always lovely in the end.
Might I remind you, madam, that Anne Boleyn lost her head.
Yes, she was in love. Love was good to Eve and Adam.
Here we go again.
Samson and Delilah too.
Good. May I pose a question, madam?
Why, yes, of course.
Why does nothing I say to you ever get through?
Don't mind if I do. Love is always lovely in the end.
I'm sorry, madam.
Love sneaks up behind you, love dropped from above, but love would never consciously offend. Love has certainly been kind to me and my true love. Love is always lovely in the end.
But your late husband was a brute.
I don't mean him, you silly kook. Love is always lovely.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Love is always lovely in the end. Love is always lovely in the end.
Yes, that number is cute, but on some level it pisses me off. Now, I'm going to go on a limb here, and I have been joking, but I'm going to go on a limb here and say that love is not always lovely in the end. Often in the end, there are lawyers. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry. I just thought that needed to be said for the benefit of the young people. Oh, there's a moment coming up that I've become obsessed with.
There you are, Chaperone. Oh, I'm in a terrible state.
certainly are. You can't go to a wedding looking like that. Oh, you poor dear, haven't you heard? The wedding's been called off. Not your wedding. Mine. Oh, that reminds me. Might I borrow your veil? You're getting married, but to whom?
La 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 la! Ah, beautiful lady with baffled expression.
You're marrying Aldolfo. I know it's surprising, but when I look into his eyes, his big clumsy eyes, I get all drowsy. And that's love, isn't it?
Yes, dear. That is love. Help me.
Janet? Janet? Where are you, Janet? There you are. All right, I'm gonna lay all my cards out on the table. I've got a weak heart. I can't take the pressure anymore. If this thing goes on any longer, the ulcer will blow. So please, please, tell me, is there going to be a wedding or not?
Yes! Aldolfo and the chaperone are getting married.
Oh, there you are. I have wonderful news. There's going to be a wedding.
Yeah, we know.
You know?
Yeah, we just heard.
But who told you? I did. But how do you know?
That doesn't matter.
Miss Tottendale and I are to be married at the garden at 7:30 this evening.
What?
Oh, yes! Congratulations to everyone.
Say, what kind of a cockamamie wedding is this? Everyone's getting married but the bride and groom.
Jenny, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Hello, Mr. Martin.
Please don't be that way. Can't you find it in your heart to marry me? Janet, it's our wedding day. George has gone through all this trouble and, well, I do love you, more than I can say.
But you kissed another woman.
Yes, and I just don't understand it. Look, I know this may be hard to believe, but when I was kissing that French girl, it was just like I was kissing you.
Oh, Robert, you were kissing me.
You mean you're Mimi? Well, that French accent was remarkably accurate.
Why, thank you. I developed a love playing the role of Monique and hold that baguette.
Hold it, hold it, hold it. Now, Jenny, before you do anything rash, think about this. No matter how well you play the part of a happy wife, you will never, ever get a standing ovation.
Oh, I just don't know. I'm so confused. Chaperone, please, just this one time, give me some advice that is coherent and appropriate to the situation. Should I marry Robert? Well, my advice to you is...
Oh, this is it.
While you can.
Let me play it again.
While you can.
You see, you can't quite make out what she says. Someone drops a cane on stage. It's live or leave. Funny thing is, that's exactly what you think when you're standing there at the altar. It's live or leave. You have to live. I mean, it's not an exact science. An arrow doesn't point down from the sky and shoot to who we're supposed to be with. So one day we say it to someone. We say, I love you, but we phrase it as a question. I love you? They accept it as fact. And then suddenly, there she is standing in her $2,000 gown and there's tears in her eyes and her cousin made the hubbub. So what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to say, I was kidding, I was joking. JK. No, you live. And for a couple of months, you stare at that alien figure in the bed beside you and you think to yourself, who are you? Who are you? And then one day you say it out loud. And then it's couples counseling and child separation. And all your conversations are about her Zoloft addiction and her eating disorder. And you're constantly redefining and reevaluating the entire relationship until the whole relationship ends on a particularly ugly note with your only copy of Gypsy flying against the living room wall. It was my only copy. Anyways, in a broader sense, in a larger sense, it's better to have lived than left, right?
While you can.
You have no idea how many times I've listened to that.
Oh, Chaperone, you certainly have a way with words. Robert, my answer is yes, I will marry you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Well, Mr. Felsig, looks like this wedding's a done deal. Now you're in trouble, and there's nothing you can do about it.
about it.
Oh, but there is. I found a new leading lady, a fabulous new star. Presenting Kitty the Incredible. Okay, now Kitty, concentrate and show these girls that you can read my mind. My mind.
Kitty, will you marry me?
Yes, Mr. Feltic, I do. Yes, my answer is yes.
Isn't she amazing?
Well, what are you ladies waiting for? Go get your phonies on. We'll all get married in one big group, just how like they do it in Utah.
Well, George, I don't know how you did it. 4 weddings in one day? I guess you're everyone's best man now.
I am.
Of course!
I am. Hip hip.
Hooray!
I'm George, the best man, George. I'm honored to be doing what a best man does. I'm basking in the glory of a fire water front.
Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will celebrate a happy wedding time.
No, I forgot the minister! Who the hell are you?
I'm the Ages, queen of the stars. The Rio I was whining when my engine needed mending. Now fix my navigatrix, and then we'll fly. And that you represent the night. So sorry, past party folks. I get this fixed in 2 shapes, and there's auxiliary for carnival.
Wait, the captain of a ship can perform a marriage.
And a pilot comparable to a captain?
Yes. An airplane is a kind of sheep, a sheep of the air. Some call it an air sheep.
Oh, shit! Waitress. Yes, you can marry them on a plane, then we can have the honeymoon in Rio.
A bride and groom in a chapel may bring a tear to the eye. But what a thrill when lovers trill. I do in a star. When
that. I'm going to get my own flashlight now. There we go. Sorry. I'm gonna try and find the fuse box. Just ignore it, it'll go away.
It's the super!
Oh, God. Coming. Come on in.
Hi!
Hi.
Lights are out!
I noticed.
Yeah. Give it. I need to give it. Yeah, we're fixing the breakers in the basement, so I drove the power.
Okay, now I understand what you were saying. Explain.
We did that, but when we did, the breakers on the apartment trip. It's normal, don't worry, I know your little mind can comprehend, but how it fixed the gym. Oh, God!
I got that flashlight at Home Depot. Don't drop it.
Fancy, it's broken because of you. It's
broken?
Down in 3 weeks.
I think the fuse box is over there.
Where?
Over here.
Here?
Here.
Oh, there.
Yes.
Because I tried calling you earlier, but there's no answer.
I've been having problems with the phone.
This wiring is terrible. Who did this?
I know. It's
I'm
awful.
going to try to hit it with my hand, see if that works.
Okay.
There we go. Take
Here
some
we go.
water,
It's gonna.
What's that?
It was a record.
What kind of music was it? I'm not an idiot like you.
A show. You know, a musical.
You like musicals?
No.
Oh, I love musicals. I go to like all the time. Our first date we were trying to go see Fame, but it was canceled. And then Space Jumper, that one. Yeah, I've seen them all. I've seen Cats, Les Mis,
Groundbreaking.
Saturday Night Fever. I like the movie better. I've seen Wicked, a little pretentious though. Red, I didn't find too relatable. Oh, what's that one? Enchanted Nightingale, the most accurate thing I've seen in my life. Hairspray, best period piece ever. And what was it? Susical, yeah. I love the whole show, thing 1, thing 2, amazing. And terrible. Oh, it's too wacky. Oh, and then Barry Baldwin one. What's his name? Hamilton, that's it. It was terrible, I hate it. Music, awful, acting, terrible. We use more often, no, we had so much in common.
Really?
Wait, what musical was it?
Good night. I thought the cat did a wonderful job. That's it. The moment's ruined. One note away from the ending and the mood is broken. I should just start the record again. Oh, I can't do that, can I? You have to understand, it's so frustrating. I love the show so much. And I've never even seen it. My mother gave me the record. This was right before my father walked out on us. He didn't walk out because of the record, but I'm sure it didn't help matters. Look, I know it's not a perfect show, but no show is perfect. The monkey motif is labored, and the spit take scene is lame. But it does what a musical is supposed to do. It takes you away. And it gives you a little tune to carry with in your head for when you're feeling blue. A little tune. As we stumble along on life's funny journey. As we stumble along into the blue. We look here and we look there, seeking answers anywhere, never knowing where to turn or what to ask. Hi, oh my, hi.
I don't wanna sing too.
Life's crazy clouds ring. Hi. never going